He's handsome, he's green, he has a mustache, and he isn't playable in Mario 64. Probably the biggest rumor from the Nintendo 64 era is that Luigi is playable in this great 3D platformer. And the way that you could unlock him was open for debate. But there were a couple of theories on how to do so, like start a brand new game in Super Mario 64, but not just any game, it has to be Game B. Get the first 2 stars in Course 1, Babam Field, in less than 5 minutes. Run to the courtyard. Now run 64 laps around a little pool counterclockwise. Once you've done that, swim towards the star in the center of the pond. Once you are standing on the part floating in the water, punch the sign where it says L is real 2401 and Luigi will warp in. Once Luigi appears, quickly walk up to him and talk to him. Luigi will then open the secret courses in Super Mario 64 and he will become a playable character. You will be able to pick Mario or Luigi at any point during the game. Well, this whole thing turned out to be an April Fool's joke, but you get the idea. People are creative in finding a way to unlock Mario's younger brother. The biggest point of evidence for Luigi being hidden in the game was the Eternal Star. You know, that thing that I just ran around 64 times around in the courtyard. Because people believed that the text on the plaque read Eternal Star. Others even claimed that it said L is real 2401, which would be a clue from the creators to suggest that Luigi indeed was unlockable in this game. And not to be that guy, but I never really saw that. Eternal Star could be a thing, but L is real 2401 is not something that I can see in this letter jumble. And what even is that letter? It looks more like a Japanese letter, the letter for 2, so I doubt this is even English. But anywho, that still didn't give fans any reason to stop looking for our green friend. And methods became more and more creative to make L real. Play with a green controller. Collect 64 coins and jump into the Eternal Star fountain. Sacrifice Mips the bunny to King Baban. I don't know. But as you have probably guessed, none of it worked. In 1996, N64.com had enough of the nonsense and put out a bounty. $100 would be rewarded to the player that would provide proof that the Green Man was indeed in Mario 64. Then the theory came crashing down when players found out that the Eternal Star plaque was also present in Ocarina of Time in Dodongo's Cavern. So yeah, I don't think Luigi is in that game. And because of that, L wasn't so real anymore. A fan asked Nintendo directly what the message really meant, and they replied by stating that it was put in as a joke by the developers. So you're telling me that this really says L is real? Seriously? Or are you just making this up? I don't get it, the evidence is so confusing at this point! But just a week ago, a user by the name of No64DD made his own very well made analysis on what this text could actually say. And to his findings, the plaque said, "A secret star lie here," which is the most plausible explanation in my opinion. If you want to read the whole analysis, I suggest going to the article of Nintendo Life that you can find in the description. It's really interesting, so give it a look-see. But indeed, a secret star did lie there, in Mario Odyssey, just a couple of years later. But even before this, our main man made an end to all the speculation. Daddy Mario, aka Mr. Miyamoto himself, creator of all things that we love, came forward with the explanation. With Mario 64, we had an experiment that took advantage of the idea of the screen growing larger and smaller depending on how far apart the characters were. So we had Mario and Luigi running around in that 3D world, but we ended up not using it. Wired.com asked him why they didn't use that feature. Ultimately, it's the idea of processing speed and working within the constraints of the hardware. The DS Mario 64 had a mode with something similar to that, where you were playing with 4 characters. And that's it, people. Just stop looking for him, because you will never find him. You will never get your satisfaction. You will never get those $100. Unless there's still some data left from Miyamoto's experiment in the game. Who knows?
Ay, patutol sa mata to.
thank you so much for watching, you beautiful person. If you want to support me, please subscribe to the channel because that helps me out a lot. You can also check out one of my other videos on screen right now. Thanks again, and we'll see each other next time.